Hare Krishna. Bhagavad Gita 18.18. Jnanam Geyam Parigyata Trividha Karma Chodana Karanam Karma Karteti Trividha Karma Sangraho. Knowledge, the object of knowledge and the knower. There are the three factors that motivate action. The senses, the work, and the doer are the three constituents of action. Again, we'll read knowledge, the object of knowledge, and the knower are the three factors that motivate action. It is said here in this 18th chapter, 18th verse of Bhagwad Gita, the senses, the work, and the doer are the three constituents of action. The senses, the work that is being done, and the doer. These three constitute the action. Let's see the purport here. There are three kinds of impetus for daily work: the knowledge, the object of knowledge, and the knower. The instruments of work, the work itself, and the worker are called the constituents of work. The instruments of work. Now I'm speaking, the recording is happening, it's on the laptop. This page I've opened on the laptop, on my notebook. These are the instruments of work. The work itself, the process of reading, and the worker, the one who reads. These are called the constituents of work. Any work done by any human being has these elements. Before one acts, there's some impetus, which is called inspiration. So, what drives you to do this? Any solution arrived at before work is a subtle form of work. Any solution arrived at before the work is actually a subtle form of work. Before I started reading this, there was an impetus, an inspiration. At that very moment, something went in. And after that, I opened the notebook, opened the website, and started reading. So here Bhagavad Gita says that any solution arrived at before work. Now, the work of reading this online and the recording is happening. Before that, there was a subtle form of work. That is what it said is here. Then work takes the form of action, and it was just conceptualized in the mind, and now it is happening in real. So it was in my mind that I must read some shloka of Bhagavad Gita, and there was some concept, and the actual work now is happening. That that takes the form of action. First, one has to undergo the psychological process of thinking, feeling, and willing, and that is called an impetus. The inspiration to work is the same if it comes from the scripture or from the instruction of the spiritual master, like the cause and the effect thing. The inspiration to work is the same if it comes from the scripture or from the instruction of the spiritual master. When the inspiration is there and the worker is there, when the inspiration is there and the worker is there, then actual activity takes place by the help of the senses, including the mind, which is the center of all the senses. The mind, which is the center of all the senses. The sum total of the constituents of an activity is called the accumulation of work. So here Bhagavad Gita, the 18th shloka, 18th shloka of the 18th chapter, it is talking about what is the subtle, at the subtle level, already the concept, the work, the solution is actualized. And then there is a form of action that is seen in the external world. And the psychological process of thinking, feeling, willing is the impetus, and the inspiration to work is the same if it comes from the scripture or from the instruction of the spiritual master. So that is how you understand whether what you did was for yourself on your own, or for someone else, or from the scripture, or from the spiritual master. So like this you can categorize and find out where you are, and in throughout the day what work have you done, and whether uh, it was any seva, or was it just some work, or just some personal engagement. So that is the criteria to find out. And the mind is the uh, mind is the main, it is the main thing that involves there for the activity. So the sum total of all the constituents of an activity is called the accumulation of work. Hare Krishna.